Well, come on, Catboy, come on up here. We got 12 minutes left before we got Strum Diesel. I don't want to hold up the show, so come on up here and rock it.
Okay. Okay, I want to show you a photo
Yay!
of something. Here, let me grab this. Oh, come on. Come on, camera. Be cooperative for a change. There we go.
That's not going to happen.
Be cooperative. No. Now, George Zimmerman's in the news again. Why is it I'm surprised every time he's in the news that he hasn't been hit by a bus or something?
Is he rooming with Simpson?
I don't know. But anyway,
whatever.
Yeah. He's back in the news. The reason why he's back in the news is that he made this painting of the Confederate flag, which went on sale in what they call a Muslim-free gun zone gun store. Is where this is on sale. A Muslim-free zone gun store. That sounds like the sort of place where you would hold the next Republican National Convention. Anyway, hey, why do social justice warriors crusade against guns? Because they can't stand the triggers. See, I can make fun of both ends of the political spectrum at the same time. Why did... Yeah. Anyway, the other day, I went to a Hispanic bookstore, and I was wandering around, taking a look, and the clerk stopped me and offered to help me. I imagined I did not look like his normal clientele, so I asked, do you have Donald Trump's book on his U.S. immigration policy regarding illegal Mexicans? And of course the clerk got very angry and he said, fuck off, get out and stay out. And I said, yes, that's it. Do you have that in paperback? By the way, has anyone heard that Al Gore is actually seriously considering running in 2016?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, he's running in 2016. I heard that the bumper sticker is going to be America needs a do-over. By the way, if it does actually come down to Hillary versus Trump, two things. One, my material is pretty much written for me for the next 4 years. Two, if Trump actually wins, that means you're going to have a president that does not believe the previous president was a real American. If you think, give that some thought. Anyway, let's see. Let's move on to... Oh, here's another photo I want to show you. Anyone remember the horrible attack that happened in Paris against Charlie Hebdo? There was a terrorist attack.
Yes.
Bunch of terrorists had AK-47s. They attacked the newspaper publication. In response to this, the Netherlands are going to arm their policemen with paintball guns to fight terrorists with. That's an actual story. Please go look that up. That's a real thing. Now, this may sound stupid at first, but one thing is they're being kind of sneaky about this. Every single person that buys one of those funny face shields is going to wind up on a terrorist watch list. See, so they're being sneaky about it. Now, last week when I was hosting, do you remember I was trying to tell a joke? And this is one of the reasons why. Lauren, you should know this. Always vet your jokes before you read them on the air, because I just found this joke cold, and I read it, and you know that sometimes you run into, oh, there's some dirty language or something here I wasn't expecting. I ran into a problem. The punchline was missing.
No.
Really?
You remember that?
I remember.
Right, the punchline was missing. I read this thing out. It had the top 10 reasons why you don't go in a dojo.
That was funny.
And number one was missing.
That was funnier than the reason.
This is why you vet your jokes. So anyway, I found the number one reason. Wait, hold on for a second.
Uh-oh, he's lost it.
So what I was doing here is, sorry, I got interrupted for a sec. Last week I told you a joke, top 10 things, and I finally found out what is the number one thing you do not do or do not want to see when you're in a dojo. And that was, when I looked it up, and the 11th degree black belt requires the skill of escape from dojo. This is a skill of sneaking out of the dojo before the last instructor leaves, so you're not the one left having to clean up the place. That's the number one thing you don't want to put up with. The number one thing you don't want to see in a dojo. Now, when I was at the dojo last week, there was a list of things that I needed that... you heard about the different color belts they have for karate, of course. Everyone knows this, right? White belt, orange belt, green belt. Right, there's all different kinds of belts, and I actually found out what they mean when I was there last weekend. So allow me to read to you what are the the major reasons for having, the major colors of a belt and what they stand for, in order, from low end to high end. First one is the white belt. This is my level. That means that I have mastered the art of opening the front door. Okay, then from there you move on to the orange belt. This is what you get when you've done the stretching exercises well enough to actually reach your own toes. I'm not there yet. Now, the green belt means that you're good enough to be a blue belt's punching bag. Right? Now, the blue belt, congratulations, you get to kick green belt's ass, but you still get your ass kicked by a purple belt. That's pretty much what all the next levels is. You kick the belts below you and you get beaten up by the ones above you. Purple belt means you have either mastered all basic kicks and punches, or you're the master of fashion. Now, here's where it gets interesting. There's red belt. Red belt is 2 degrees below a black belt, a strategically chosen color because you're good enough to train in black belt techniques by people who are just starting to learn how to do a jump kick board breaking. They will occasionally miss and hit you in the face from time to time, which is why the belt's red. So you don't get freaked out from all the blood. Then red belt, get a load of this, brown belt. Yeah, 1 level before black belt. Brown belt means you're good enough to have some serious shit done to you by a black belt. Once again, a strategically chosen color. Now, between brown belt and black belt, there's brown belt first degree. Now, you train with people who will do that jump kick board breaking thing well enough to not accidentally hit you in the face. And since you're not getting beaten up so badly, you could be the one who stays behind and puts all the gear away for the master. Now, here's the biggest shock of all to me. Now, this is something I did not know. And if I ever wanted to pull a practical joke on someone, this is what I would do. I would have them, hey, go to a karate. Spend a year learning black belts just so they find out, what does black belt mean? How many people here know what black belt means? Please don't shout it out if you know. Black belt. Does anyone here? No? Okay. You train, okay, it means that you've mastered all of the basics and you're ready to begin karate training. Is what black belt means. You think that's the top of the level where you master karate. Red buzzer. It means that you've just basically learned all of the kicks and punches, and now that you're ready to actually begin training, of which there's 10 other levels, one of which requires 40 years to complete. Chuck Norris just earned his last year. And he's 75 years old. I'm not making that up. Now, I know. So it's earning your first black belt is kind of like making your way to the very end of Mario Brothers and finding out the princess is in another game. Altogether. I have very little time left. I wonder how much jokes I have room. Oh, I got room for one more joke. Here's a joke for you. A father puts his 3-year-old daughter to bed, told her a story that and he was listening to her prayers, which ended by the little girl saying, God bless Mommy, God bless Daddy, God bless Grandpa, and Grandma, and goodbye, Grandpa. Father asked, why did you say goodbye, Grandpa? And the little girl said, I don't know, Daddy, it just seemed like the thing to do. The next day, the grandpa died. The father thought it was a strange coincidence. A few months later, the girls put to bed again. Father listened to the prayers. God bless Mommy, God bless Daddy, and goodbye, Grandma. The next day, their grandmother died, and the father's thinking, holy crap, this kid's got contact with the other side. Several weeks later, the girl was going to bed, and Dad heard her say, God bless Mommy, and goodbye, Daddy. Well, he was freaking right out. He practically went into shock. Couldn't sleep all night. He got up at the crack of dawn to go to his office. He was nervous as a cat all day. He had lunch, he watched the clock, and he figured if he could just make it to midnight, then whatever freaky spell there was, he would beat it. He felt safe at the office, so instead of going home, at the end of the day, he stayed there, drinking coffee, looking at his watch. He's thinking, I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's no way I could die here. Wouldn't you know it, midnight arrives. He was fine. So he goes home at midnight, right? Goes home and he sees his wife. When he got home, his wife said, I have never seen you work so late, and you look terrible. What is the matter? And he said, I don't want to talk about it. I just had the worst day of my life. And the wife said, you think you had a bad day? My boss died right in the middle of the meeting this morning. And here's a short joke along the same theme. Let's see. What color is someone's aura when they're about to die? Cyan.
What?
Sayonara.
Oh.
I think I finished just in time.
Perfect timing. Come on up, Strum Diesel.
Very
Set up on
nice.
stage. We're going to come off stage and give you the ability to set up. Yeah, fantastic. And what another night we've done, everybody. Can you believe it? Jamie, just let me know when they've got everything running. Yeah, I like this. Another couple of Rodney Dangerfields as we end up. My wife was afraid of the dark. Then she saw me naked, and now she's afraid of the light. It wasn't he great? I mean, come on, he was terrific.